What's up, everyone? We're back to Damp Ocean Sports News. I'm just here in my condo again. Just kidding. I don't even really want a condo. I like having a house and a garden. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about meditation for the last 8 years. Well, I've been putting more focus into meditation because I think it's like kind of the most important thing that I'm developing, really. Not that I'm developing it, but you know, it's the most important thing I think I want to share with people that I do or whatever, even though I also love sharing everything. But so I've been planning to do more like meditation sessions and kind of put more meditation content online. And I'm working on like a really basic introductory online course, like set of videos for basic meditation. As like a one step towards that or whatever. Because meditation, well, it applies to everyone, and like it's not like an interest, it's like a kind of like life necessity or whatever. And it doesn't have to be like traditional sitting meditation. It's like about what you use to develop the awareness of who you are, or awareness of what it is you're doing and what it means. So, and like it's about, I think it's really important to make space in the world or keep space open. And I think space is something that needs to be maintained, like space itself, not like spaces within the world, although that too. But like, I think if we don't put time into keeping space open or making sure that space exists, then its existence will decrease in a matter of speaking. Because that's kind of what's happening. Like, I feel like the space available in the world is getting less and less, and it's getting like more saturated. Like spaces that used to be available, or at least considered to be available in society, it feels like are not so available anymore. Like everyone seems to be pressed and like rushing. And I don't think that's a necessarily like a brand new thing, but I think it's relatively new. And I don't think it's necessary. Like most of the things that people are rushing for are not the things that people really need. If we could take a step back and just look at the things we really need and then do all of those things, I think it would take a lot less time than the things we're doing now. And then we'd have time to do things, the extra stuff, like stuff we want to do or stuff that's not necessary. So I don't know why people aren't doing that, but I think part of it is that people get into this mode where they have to keep pushing and keep going and keep moving on to the next thing as if it's necessary. So stepping out of that mode is a really important part of the process of like reducing the waste that we have in terms of time and energy and productivity. I mean, like companies are pushing productivity up when the things that they're making are not useful. So like, why are you putting pressure on people to make more of this thing that no one needs, and then putting pressure on people to market it to make more people want it, and then that puts pressure on people to make more? And it's like, you could just cut out that whole section of the world out of the equation and we'd be fine. It's pretty weird. But anyway, whatever. Like what other people do is not my choice. But if I can have any influence over people who do want to have some kind of change in their community or in society, then I need to put that information out there or whatever. Yeah, I think if like with a little bit of focus, we can like move towards a society or a future that has a lot more space and a lot more like sense of openness and calmness or something. I mean, like, maybe not everyone wants that, but it is healthy to have that available, at least, like to have the option. Like, it's quite hard to, I mean, it can take a lot of management to get to a point where you have space in your life or space for yourself or time for yourself, because you have to be aware that you're not getting that in order to make moves towards having it. And I think a lot of the systems we have in place, whether or not intentionally, probably not, make it so that it's hard for people to realize what it is they really need. And so when I say meditation, I do sitting meditation and I like it, even though I'm not actually really someone who's like very well disposed to it or whatever, like personality wise. But it's not about that, it's about how you make space for yourself. And like I want to bring that into everything I do, really. Like I really like cooking, so that's a way that I can make space for myself because I enjoy it, and you can get into the process of it, and it can be something you use to see yourself or reflect yourself or whatever. And I think everything that people do, all the things people have interest in, can be that, with a bit of focus, a bit of awareness that that's what you're trying to do, and that if you do that, or the more you do that, the more rewarding the activities you do will be. So I don't know how people respond to the stuff that I'm doing necessarily, or a lot of the time. Sometimes people tell me. But that's kind of why I started doing the blog and doing more videos and stuff, because I want to make more space available in the world for making space. So if I use my space or my platform or whatever to signal boost space itself, I hope that more people will get on board with having space for themselves. I don't want people to do what I'm doing. I want people to do what they most need to do to have that same sense of expression that I get from doing the things that I do. Like, I think there's quite an extreme view of meditation, like Zen meditation, where you just do absolutely nothing and that doing stuff is bad. But like, there's no, you can't really justify that, because like, if you really go into it, there's no difference between doing something and not doing something. Meditation is doing something, and you can be doing an action as a way of producing space or emptiness or nothing. It just depends on the perspective you put on it. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna do more videos where I open up space like that.